All right, how I'm making 45% pure profit on our Mega Jackpot Slots app template. This is Todd Smith from moneyfromapps.com. Let's go. Okay, what we have here is the Chart Boost Daily Reports, and I'm just going to quickly run through these and show you how, when we increased our downloads and got more users into the app, how the ECPM has stayed high and the revenue has gone up. So 49 ECPM. Now it depends what you're comparing here. If you're comparing an arcade game or other casino games, 49 might sound pretty high to you. 49 might sound pretty low. It's all relative. In comparison, for an example that I have, a few years ago when we had some reskins of some casino games in the App Store, over a period of, I think this is in a blog post, a few months, maybe it was 3 months, an average $15 ECPM generated, I think it was $3,500. And I can just imagine what we would have been able to do if we would have had something like 49 or 85 or 100. So this is still very high. Okay, so this is when we started to get more users. 135 ECPM, 47 revenue, 100. I'm just going to let you look. September 27th, 28th. And again, you can see some days 65, still very high. 58, 57, jumped back up. 10.2, 10.3, 10.4. So it's been going very well. So let's get into the video here. Okay, to keep this straight to the point and relevant and not too data heavy, I just focused on the last 7 days. So you can see here, this is my Facebook ad account. I've put an objective here for app installs, so this 339 in the last 7 days. It was kind of rare that would happen. I was experimenting with some web ads, but on Facebook ad installs I spent 149.57, which sounds like a lot, but just wait a minute till I get to what that was able to produce for me. I had a bunch of different campaigns going. This might seem intimidating if you've never done Facebook ads. It really wasn't. These are almost all the same, maybe a little bit of text has changed. I would just create one, which my first one a few weeks ago was for $2.50 a day, and then I would come in and create similar campaign, and that way I could break it out into different budgets and see what I could do. And it's too bad I'm only looking at 7 days, because you can see this is a really, really good campaign, and this is all US traffic, so all, tier 1. So I'm sure I could get some of this to be lower. And believe me, I'll dig into that, but there's only so much time in the day. But a lot of these campaigns, if this would have been, overall, maybe the last 14 days, you'd see 0.73. I was getting 73 percent installs, 74, maybe 80 something. But this is still reasonable. And you can also see every once in a while you'll set a campaign up, it'll be create a similar, and it just doesn't have enough good luck up front. Maybe it doesn't get enough clicks, and you'll see it run up and then to $1.84, and a lot of times I'll kill those even though I know they'll average out. Excuse me. It's better to just, in my opinion, I just tweak something else and start again, because I think a lot of this has to do with, well, it didn't work out very good when you first started it. And another thing to think about, it starts at midnight, or it rolls over at midnight. So if you come in here at 10 o'clock at night, start a campaign, which I feel like I've done a few times, not thinking, and that's 2 hours to spend your money, it's going to run through your money pretty quick just to get your money. So a lot of times I'll have new campaigns start at 12:01 a.m. and let them have that full 24 hours to go out and find users that are relevant. So 149.57, what did that earn me? Okay, before I move on to show you the revenue that I was able to generate from these ads, I do want to address the idea that if you have never set up a Facebook ad campaign of any kind, an app install, web ads, anything, that's completely alright. If you do decide to purchase this app template, you'll have a chance to, at a discounted price, I may add
a little course that I'm going to name my first Facebook app install campaign. Well, that's pretty wordy, but the idea is you'll be able to see exactly how I set up my first campaign, not just in Facebook, but what I used for an ad, a creative, if it's a static image or a video, how I put it together. So it'll be quick, straight to the point, so you're able to just jump in. So if that's the missing piece for you, if you understand app templates and a lot of what I've talked about, great. But if you still need to learn how to set up an ad campaign, get a creative, and then get that live and get people into your app, then don't worry, you'll have an option to do so.
Okay, again, to keep this simple, what I did, I just pulled the last 7 days, and I'll scroll up so you can see that. So 7 days, campaign. I set it up to where you'd see each day. I am the publisher. So this is an ad campaign I'm running within our Mega Jackpot Slots app template in game. Let me go over so you can see the dates. 10, 4, 10, 5. Okay. So you can see the ECPMs go. Some days you get the high 80s, and every once in a while it dips down. Even get something like this, but again, the perspective is anything over $10 or $15 a few years ago was good. So the reason I keep saying that is because we were able, or a lot of people were able to make decent money then. Can you imagine if we would have had this ECPM with the traffic? So now all it comes down to is increasing your organic downloads and getting really good if you want to get some paid installs. But once you work up enough users in there and it's a fun game and you get daily active users, you're going to see the revenue. So I'm trying to keep it simple here and show, hey, this is what I spent in 7 days with Facebook ads as a beginner, and I know I can get it better. And here's what I've earned in 7 days. But what I'm not showing you is the residual. What are these users, the lifetime value of these users if they play, let's say they want to play the game for a month and they come in a little bit every few days, you're not going to see that revenue. So this is just because I don't want to speculate. So this is just so you can see, cut and dry right now what's happening. But you can imagine that as time goes on, you start to build that up and you have users in there, and your daily revenue is going to be growing just by pumping users into it and continuing to keep those users happy. So you can see the number down here. I'm sure you've checked it out. The total money I've earned in 7 days is $273.27. And I also have to note here that this Mega Jackpot Slots game that's based on our template that's in the store right now, I'm only showing, I believe, an app launch placement and a spins placement. So the version 2.0, along with having Google Analytics and some other things, has up to 10 different placements. And you might be thinking, wow, man, you're going to run 10 placements in a casino game. No one's going to stay there for 5 seconds. Well, they probably wouldn't. And that's not what I mean. All that was to do is to give you variety. Let's say you want to create some cool combination and it's not just on single spins. Let's say they spin it 7 times, see an ad, and then your next one is 15 from that 7 and it goes back to 7. So it breaks it up. It's not so monotonous with the ads and I guess predictable. So 1 app, 2 placements, 1 campaign. Okay, let's do a little math here. See how it works out. I know you can see I've made money, but let's find out how much percentage wise. 273, 27. So 54.7. So 45.3% return on my money. Now, hopefully you're thinking the way that I'm thinking and have been the last few weeks is, if I can get a reliable system built up with the way that I'm showing my ads, and I know I want to improve some in-app purchases, which we'll get to in a second, it comes down to just how many users, well, how much money do you want to make? How many users can you put into this system and reliably make? Originally it was around 36%, so I was going to say 36, 38, and it's varied. So the last 7 days it's been 45%. I would just give a guesstimate of 30 to 45% on a daily basis. So I don't know, I feel like I started dreaming about this. a decent return. You pump users into the system, keep them happy, and then they're able to generate revenue for you. And again, this isn't the only model of monetization you could do with a game like this. It's just what we're doing right now. And honestly, I gotta be frank and transparent. After this launch is over, we're gonna dig back in and work on apps even harder than we are now. It's just there's only so much time in the day, and right now a lot of it's been going towards this launch and creating these videos. So I wouldn't be surprised once we dig in and look at other options, traffic options, and things like that, that we can improve this number. And even if the number goes down a little bit while we experiment to 20, 30%, even 15%, when you pour enough money into it, 15% of X, you know, isn't that bad. I mean, it's just a scaling at this point. So I feel like I've really created a system here. It's very exciting. It's what I'm going to use to continue to grow our portfolio. And yeah, I believe you can do the same thing. I wouldn't want you to pick any other slots app template if you're ready to publish this, a casino slots game, because right now, not only is the gameplay solid, lag free, everything else, we've got this going. So, okay, let's take a look at the in-app purchase revenue. It looks like $70.04 in 7 days, but the outlier here was the person that bought the $99.99 coin pack, and that was in India. So it's not that I don't appreciate the purchase, and it's awesome, and it takes my, I believe it's 43 or 45% return, and it turns it up to 56.5. Pretty cool, but it's not something I would count on. But when I did add in the two smaller in-app purchases from the US, it ended up being about 1.8% of total revenue, which is more on par of what I've seen in other apps. So there you have it, a 45.3% return on my $149.57 investment in 7 days. The Mega Jackpot Slots app template. Right now, I'm very excited. I honestly dream about it. I know that sounds kind of crazy, but of what scaling looks like with a system like this, using cheaper traffic sources than Facebook, getting better and more organic downloads, adding things like that. So I wanted to say adding different themes and features, and it's very exciting. So I hope you've had fun watching these videos. If you haven't had a chance to watch the other videos, now they maybe make a little more sense. It was a lead up to what I just showed you. It was, why do casino apps consistently produce up to 400% more revenue per download than any other category? The next was a blog post, and it said, do you want to make money from apps? Do you want to make money from apps, or just tell people you have apps? Big difference. It's kind of funny. Oh wow, I can see. Oh, okay. We got a puppy in the house, and she's running around. It's just really, really cute, hilarious. Okay, and the next one was, why 84% of the top grossing casino games are slot machine apps. And the last video before this video was the 5 reasons why most people who publish slot machine apps will never, ever make any money. So there it is. There's a lead up. If you haven't had a chance to see these, you can go to moneyfromapps.com/blog, or you can go and you'll see the different posts and videos. You just click on these, or if you just want to go to moneyfromapps.com and scroll down, you should be able to see recent posts, and you can click on them there. I've really enjoyed putting this together for you guys. I really wanted to add more flash and bang to this video and editing and cool stuff, but the numbers don't lie. It's happening. We've been working hard on this for a long time. This template, it's got a lot of hours in it. It's got a lot of history, and now we're able to produce revenue and jump on the winning side of people that are actually making money with slot machine apps. So now it's your turn. We got the blog post, we got the lead up, we got the videos, being transparent. I just shared my revenue. We looked at my App Annie account, we looked at my Facebook ad account, we looked at my Chart Boost account. Now it's time for you to go pick up a copy of the Mega Jackpot Slots app template. This is the only template I've been able to generate these kind of results with.
and I'm very proud to share it with you. I've talked about transparency today, and here's me being transparent once again. As this template evolves, we get better results and add more features, put more money into it, so you can have a better app template and we can have a better game. The price will go up. Purchasing this app template, which includes an unlimited license, during this launch will lock you in for lifetime updates. All the feature updates, all the SDK updates, all the things that we change to get better results for our games, and that also includes new iOS updates and new devices. To find the link to purchase, just check out the description of this YouTube video. It'll also be in a lot of the emails that we send during this launch. I gotta get back to making apps. This is Todd Smith from moneyfromapps.com. Take care.